Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be doing another sketchbook tour. As always, tone tan paper, Bic pens, and markers. Getting right into the sketches. Actually, this is where we left off from the last book, sketchbook tour. So I'm almost done with this sketchbook, but this first page is some face reference drawings for practice. I just use a little Bic pen for this. Actually, I use a red, this one's pink, but what I like to do for these practice pages is kind of just look at different faces and observe. So I'll just look for pictures of people, things like that. And without being too concerned with making it look exactly like the person, really what I'm focusing on is observing the different types of facial structures that kind of make that individual unique. Different noses, inset eyes, like longer faces, more round or square faces, things like that. And I try and observe these things and then just kind of make it my own. And the reason for that is when I am drawing from imagination, I hope to one day really get good at giving individual characters personality versus just drawing more simplistic faces that are kind of like what I know how to draw, just symbols of a face. I'd really like to get to a position where I have a character in mind and I can make them look like, let's say, this guy right here. So that's what pages like this are for. And then also just different angles of the face. I really like this face angle right here. She looks really regal. Things like this, like if I'm telling a story, like if I ever do a comic book or something like that, these are the type of things that I'll look back on and say, okay, this will fit perfect for this scene. And understanding, how to pull that off, that's what, the practice does for you. So this sketch, I'd done kind of like a robotic speedster girl in the past. This one kind of morphed into that. I don't like this sketch very much. I think her body, something about it, just her proportions, I don't really dig it that much. A lot of the stuff that you see, like her eye and things like that, these are just kind of afterthoughts. The drawing just didn't do it for me. Anything I took away from this that I liked, because a lot of times you have a drawing you don't like very much, and because one of the things that with this pose that I was looking at is the twist in the spine. So she's, twisting towards you. Things like that are sometimes hard to draw from imagination because, it's not how you would think about it. But for this drawing, the other thing I didn't like, and I think this is actually the thing that started me off not liking this drawing, is instead of using like a pink Bic pen, I used blue to do the drawing. And the blue on the skin tone, the blue lines and stuff that are underneath the marker, they're just really harsh and they stand out a lot, and it flattens the drawing out for me a little bit. So I didn't like that aspect of it. So this page, a bunch of different mouths. I was practicing again, similar to what the faces are. Instead of just always drawing the same mouth, like a line, a couple of lines, you get used to drawing things the same way over and over again, and you get in those habits. That's why referencing is so important when you're drawing characters, and I need to reference more. But this page is just trying to, add all these different types of mouths I can do on faces rather than just reverting back to, what I've always done. So a page like this is great practice. Just seeing how the mouth shape, the simple shapes of these different mouths can kind of like, the one thing I will say about that is, even though the mouth changes, you also have to change the head to fit the mouth because the jawline and everything will change. So even though I've drawn all these mouths on here, there's still a part of the drawing that needs to change to fit the mouth on the face. So don't want to forget about that when you're drawing somebody's mouth. So again, some more faces that are used for kind of like looking at different, like, so these are 3 celebrities. I don't know if you guys can guess which celebrities they are. Like I said, I don't really go for a likeness in these. I'm just looking at their specific features. Like this is Angelina Jolie, but really what I was focused on is how close her mouth is to her jawline. Some people's mouths are way higher up and they have longer chins and things like that. When I'm doing this kind of stuff, I'm really observing, you know, the unique qualities that that face kind of has. Yeah, I mean, this kind of stuff, I feel like when you're really focused on observing can help you a lot become a better illustrator. So this page is just kind of some cartoon characters. This was just, you know, obviously drawing faces, more realistic stuff, and I draw cartoons. It's definitely a different type of drawing, so I do this stuff just to mix things up, keep things interesting. You guys know, if you followed me long enough, I rarely stick to one type of thing very long. So, but yeah, I like these little guys. I love this guy's posture. Like his chest is really forward, his arms and stuff are behind his weight. But I feel like he has a very good, solid presence to him. So I did like this. So if you watched my highlight video, these are all the sketches from that highlight video. You can kind of see, you know, if you're interested in how I do my highlights, definitely check that video out. This is kind of like a karate guy. I watch a lot of anime. In fact, tonight I just watched what's it called? God of High School or something, and it's all like anime fighters and stuff. So that's kind of what this guy is. Maybe like a Mortal Kombat. I can't think of his name right now. But anyway, yeah, this is an okay one. I feel like proportion-wise, he has a bigger head, I think, maybe. I think that's what it is. It's just interesting. I mean, it makes him look like somebody of smaller stature versus a bigger guy, which is actually kind of a good thing if you're going for a smaller martial artist type character. So that kind of does that. So this is a Spawn drawing, just totally random on a whim. I actually only used red, a couple different purples. I thought about going full on color, but that means I would have had to do his suit black because I already used this dark purple for the shadows. And it's so funny because I know that if I went full color, like full black, it would be it would be a much cooler drawing. But it was so hard to cover up all the detail work that you've done with, like, you know, all this would go away. I'd have to redo all of the drawing pretty much, because it would all be covered by black. So instead, I just said, screw it, I'm just gonna do, you know, that's what it is. This is the sketch. So anyway, that's the drawing. I was working on some, like, maybe there's some flames or something, so the highlights are all in orange kind of thing. I like his pose. The cape through here, when I started scribbling through here, doing this stuff, I was like, ooh, that'd be really cool if his cape turned into like a skull. Kind of a skull head like through here. Unfortunately, that was an afterthought, but hey, these are just sketches in a sketchbook. If I ever wanted to do a cool drawing of this, that would definitely be something I might implement. So this is that US agent / Captain America. If you watched, I think it was my last video where I did a real-time drawing of this, where I converted it from Captain America to US agent. Which I'm pretty sure that's where Falcon Winter Soldier series is going to go. John Walker is going to probably become U.S. agent. I don't know, though. They might throw a curveball at us. But, yeah, this was an okay drawing. Like I said, there was a real-time drawing, me drawing this on my channel. And then also I did a time-lapse that's real short if you want to watch that. But it's okay drawing. Here's some brush pen. I use this thing. I love these. They're really easy to like buy, and you can refill these, but I just buy them off Amazon, the back part. And this is what I do all of my brush work with. Here's what it looks like. So when this one's empty, I just unscrew it and put this one on there. But yeah, this is kind of a doodle page where I'm just doodling with the brush pen. So it sometimes you have to squeeze it a little bit, get the ink to come out and flow. But yeah, when I'm doing this, it's really relaxing to sketch like this. So you can kind of see, do a little skull right there. And that's how all these kind of form on the paper. Ink's a little, it's not flowing really good right now. Normally it flows a lot better than this, but yeah, that's pretty much what that page is. Kind of random characters everywhere. This is a weird little character. So this is kind of interesting because I used the brush pen to do this one. And I really like brush pen, but when it's much bolder than this. So here you see little outlines, things like that. I kind of did it a little bit where you have big dark areas, but I really like to do very contrasty brush pen work, and I didn't really pull that off in this one. This feels kind of just, I don't know, I don't like the style of this drawing. The character's not bad, kind of an interesting, weird little character, but color scheme I actually kind of like. I like the teal with the purple and the pink, and then just the bright yellow spot for the eyes and her visor thing. I did like the color scheme on this. Another doodle page, just doodling with the brush pen. I like brush pen, like I said, it's just really therapeutic, like relaxing. I don't stress out too much when I'm doing it. These are just images and faces and random things that I kind of have in my head, and I just kind of see what things turn into. This is just really kind of fun, relaxing drawing. So this is like a weird little alien mechanic guy. I just kind of wanted to get kind of, I don't know, unique. And there, as you can tell, there's like, so his ears, you see that there's no outlines and things on a lot of him. That was kind of something I was messing around with. I do like the look of that, especially with the markers. I blended in some different colors into the pink, like some orange. And I think that looks really cool. So, you know, if I do some very like real, spend a little bit more time on some of these drawings, which I kind of want to do going forward. I think this is the style I'll probably try and nail down a little bit better. Not real hard outlines or anything like that. Maybe get a little bit darker with the purple shadows. So that's kind of a direction I'm kind of moving into. Maybe in my next sketchbook, I'll hit that up a little bit harder and try and refine that style a little bit. But I like this guy, kind of interesting little character. So this is another brush pen kind of character sketch. Again, this is similar to the doodle pages that I was doing. But the one thing I added with this one is I took this blue, sky blue Ohuhu marker, and I did my shadows with the brush pen, which I like. I like that. I don't like this too much when I get crazy with the colors, or at least I don't do that very often, but I do like it with just the one shadow color. For this drawing, this was just, you know, messing around. So you can see on this one though, I did get a little bit more bold with having harder, like this part of his body is definitely in shadow. I use a lot more dark ink on this side of him, so you can get there's much more contrast in the character, which I like the way that looks a lot more. So, but anyway, I think that's the last one for this sketchbook tour. Yep, so that's the last one, guys. Yeah, I hope you like this sketchbook tour. One thing I was going to tell you guys is if you're on TikTok, I am on TikTok now. My TikTok's kind of fun. I like putting my artwork to music. It's actually really entertaining for me because I get to kind of pick a character and then match it to some cool music. I've been using a lot of sitcom or TV show music, opening music, like Westworld, Game of Thrones, some anime stuff. So that's kind of fun. If you're on there, look me up. But hope you guys like this video, and thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later.